Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to today's Power Boost. So, our topic today is more ways, less means. More ways, less means. So, these days we have more ways to do things, and yet the means with which to get these things done seem to be less and less. Why this is so is the reason that we chose this topic today. Why does time seem to be less, or money, or space, or opportunities, or unity, or cooperation? The question is, were there ever more? Was there ever more of what seems to be less today? Let me suggest that it is our perception that's misleading us rather than more or less of the means at our disposal. In truth, what used to take more in time is now reduced to seconds. What used to take more in resources, physical, mental, even financial, technological advancement has made more efficient and less costly. So, what is the problem? So, we're going to examine this a little further today. More can sometimes mean less. Conversely, less can sometimes mean more. It's all in our perception. And when we start to give this our attention, outcomes change. Understanding shows up. So does harmony and peace of mind. And where this all starts is in your mind. So let's journey there today and see what perceptions we can start working on to change what appears to be a losing battle into a winning one. Since time seems to be our biggest issue, let's take that on in our meditation today. So, wherever you are, put a pause on your activity and let's go together within. And as you take your awareness from everything external and you focus within, be aware of the silence. Be aware of the sense of being motionless, but especially be aware of the sense of being timeless. Because where your focus ought to be right now is in a totally unlimited realm. So there's no activity in all of the vibrations and whatever else you may be experiencing as you are focusing there is one pointed. But at the same time, it is also boundless. And so, what you should be aware of is the timelessness that you are able to discover within. Because in truth, time is your creation. Time is yours to manage and manipulate to your own advantage. And so you ought to be aware of your own eternity. Your own sense of permanence. And so in this realm, you are the master of time. And when you can have that encompass your way of being, which this particular meditation and practice is designed to do, then that mastery can and will make itself manifest without. And so you will not only be able to slow down all of your activities, but you will not be finding yourself attempting to ensure that you are within any particular boundary, because the boundaries that you are experiencing as obstacles, you are the one that's placing those boundaries. It is you that has the experience of not enough time. And when you change that perspective, when you change that perception, time changes. In fact, you will discover that there isn't any time really. Time is a concept for you to make use of. And so just hold this space of timelessness and experience the sense of togetherness and oneness that it engenders. We tend to make time into seconds and minutes and hours and days and months and years and seasons. But those don't really exist except in our own minds and us having the creative power that we can bring to all of our activities so that we can be most effective and most successful. So whenever you're experiencing any lack of control, look within for the solution. because it is you that is at cause. And that way you stop being an effect and you're able to retake control of any and all situations. And when you start experiencing yourself in this unlimited realm, this timelessness, this eternity, you can then begin to appreciate who you really are. You are this all-powerful, you are this knowledgeful, you are this being beyond the senses, beyond the physical, where there is no time. There is only you. And so it is because of you that there is time. And when you are able to see yourself in this eternal light, in this immortal light, in this imperishable, indestructible light that you are, then there are no more obstacles of time. There are no more obstacles of resources. There are no more obstacles with regard to whatever you are making use of to accomplish whatever goals you've set for yourself today and any day. And so the power that you ought to be experiencing as we stay in this space together is what you can call on at any time, and especially at those times where you feel victimized. You're not victim, you're not beggar, you are master. And it is that with these practices that we bring to you every day to empower you and to remind you of who you already always are. And so let's make today that turning point where you're always in charge. And when you're not, you know how to restore that ability.